Hey everyone, welcome back to Midnight Stories, where we dive deep into the truths people are afraid to say out loud, especially when it comes to love, loyalty, and the complexity of relationships. If you're here, you're probably trying to make sense of someone's behavior. Maybe something feels off, but you can't quite explain it. So tonight, let's talk about something that's difficult, but necessary, the signs she always shows when she's not loyal. Let me be clear before we begin. This video isn't about judging anyone or pointing fingers. Loyalty isn't just about cheating. It's also about emotional presence, honesty, respect, and the kind of consistency that makes a relationship feel safe. Sometimes, it's not what someone says that tells the truth, it's what they do, how they behave when you're not watching, and the energy they bring into the room. So if you've been second-guessing your gut lately, pay attention. These signs aren't random, they're patterns, and patterns always mean something. She starts becoming emotionally distant. That's the first and often the most subtle sign. It doesn't happen overnight, but one day you realize she's not really there anymore. Conversations feel shallow. Her eyes wander. You're telling her about your day, your plans, your dreams, and she's distracted. She's on her phone or giving you those short answers. It feels like she's in the room, but not with you. And you feel it. It's easy to brush that off as stress or just a phase. But when someone truly values you, they stay emotionally connected even during tough times. If she consistently pulls away, something else is pulling her in another direction. Then comes the secrecy. She used to tell you everything: where she was going, who she was with, what she was thinking. But now, her phone's always face down. She suddenly has passwords you don't know. She gets a message and turns away to answer it. When you ask simple questions, her answers feel rehearsed or vague. She might even say, "Why are you being so insecure?" or "You don't trust me." But it's not about control. It's about transparency. Loyalty doesn't fear questions, it welcomes them. When someone's loyal, they won't make you feel guilty for wanting to understand them better. Another sign, she starts picking unnecessary fights. It could be over nothing. The smallest things set her off. You used the wrong word, forgot to text back fast enough, or made a joke she didn't like. Suddenly, you're the bad guy. This is a classic tactic people use consciously or not when they're trying to create distance. When someone's loyalty is shifting, they often try to justify it by making you the problem. It's emotional sabotage. And during those arguments, notice this. Does she still care about resolution, or is she just trying to win? A loyal partner fights with you, not against you. If she's always trying to make you feel guilty, small, or wrong, there's a deeper issue than just miscommunication. Now here's a big one. She stops making future plans with you. Think back. When things were good, she probably talked about trips, your future home, meeting your family, maybe even kids someday. But now, those conversations are gone. When you bring them up, she changes the subject. She says things like, "Let's not plan too far ahead," or "I don't want to think about that right now." That's not just hesitation, that's emotional disconnection. When someone doesn't see you in their future anymore, they slowly stop building toward it. You might also notice her appearance suddenly changes drastically. Maybe she's hitting the gym harder than ever, wearing new clothes, trying out bold new looks. Now, to be clear, self-care is a good thing. But if she's suddenly putting all this effort into her appearance, while growing more distant from you, it can sometimes mean she's trying to impress someone else. Another telltale sign, she becomes overly critical of you. Nothing you do seems to be enough anymore. The things she used to love about you, your sense of humor, your ambition, your quirks, are now points of irritation. She starts comparing you to others, even subtly. "Why can't you be more like him? He does this for his girlfriend." That's a dangerous place when comparisons begin. So does emotional betrayal. Here's something a lot of people miss: her availability changes. She used to answer your texts quickly, call you on her lunch break, show up when you needed her. But now she's busy. Always, her schedule's packed. You're no longer a priority, you're an option. And you feel it every time she says maybe instead of yes. And when you do spend time together, something's different. The intimacy fades, not just physically, but emotionally. The way she looks at you, touches you, speaks to you, it's colder, routine. Like she's going through the motions, not because she wants to, but because she's trying to keep things looking normal. There's also the social media shift. She used to post pictures with you, tag you in things, maybe even write little captions showing her love. But now, you're invisible. Suddenly, She's more active online, posting selfies, stories at odd hours, maybe even following or getting followed by people who make you uncomfortable. And when you bring it up, she gets defensive or says, "It's just Instagram," but social media reflects intention. If she's hiding you, there's a reason. People don't hide what they're proud of. Another red flag? Her friends act weird around you. People talk, even when they don't say anything directly. Maybe her best friend used to be warm with you, and now she's distant. Or maybe they glance at each other when you're around, like they know something you don't. Trust me, when someone's being disloyal, someone else often knows, and silence speaks louder than words. Let's talk about intuition for a second. You might not have hard proof, no messages, no photos, no confessions, but deep down, something feels wrong. You wake up with anxiety, you overthink everything she says. You're not paranoid, you're processing. Your gut is picking up on energy your brain hasn't caught up to yet. That's not insecurity. That's awareness. Sometimes the biggest sign is how you feel around her. You feel small, uncertain, unloved. You're constantly trying to prove your worth, to fix what you didn't break, to get back to the way things used to be. That exhaustion, that's what happens when you're holding up both sides of a relationship. Alone. Now, I want to see this. Not every distant partner is disloyal. People go through things. Sometimes they shut down. Sometimes they need space. But loyalty is revealed in how someone treats you, even when they're struggling. Do they communicate? Do they include you in the process? Or do they use their problems as an excuse to disappear? Loyalty isn't perfect. It's not about being flawless. It's about being present. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. If someone is constantly making you question your place in their life, that's not loyalty, it's limbo. And you don't deserve to live in that kind of emotional uncertainty. So if you recognize these signs in your relationship, don't ignore them. Don't gaslight yourself. You are not crazy. You are not asking for too much. You're just asking for honesty, and that's the bare minimum. Sometimes the hardest thing to accept is that the person we love is no longer choosing us. But the sooner you face that truth, the sooner you give yourself permission to find the kind of love that doesn't make you wonder where you stand. You deserve a love that's loud, clear, and consistent. You deserve a partner who is all in, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Loyalty isn't a hidden trait. It shows up in words, in actions, in energy. And when it's not there, you'll always feel like you're chasing something that should have been given freely. Thanks for watching Midnight Stories. If this spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe for more real talk like this. Stay strong, trust your gut, and remember, loyalty isn't silent. It always speaks. You just have to listen. Until next time.